He proposed to me, then said another woman's name. We were at the peak of a mountain, literally and figuratively. The sun was setting behind us, casting this golden glow over everything. The wind was soft, cool, almost magical, and in front of me was the man I loved more than anything. Down on one knee, holding out a ring I had dreamed about since I was a little girl. I could hear my heart pounding in my ears. I saw his lips move. He said the words, "Will you marry me?" But then came the name. Jessica? My name is Natalie, not Jessica. Not close. Not even a nickname. I stood frozen, my hands still covering my mouth, smile still plastered on my face, but my world tilting under my feet. He blinked, stunned, like he didn't even realize what had just come out of his mouth. "Oh my God," he whispered. I meant Natalie, I swear, but the damage was done. 3 months earlier, we were the perfect couple. Mark and I met in college. He was the charming guy with messy hair, always 5 minutes late to class, but never missed an assignment. I was the type A overachiever who never coloured outside the lines. Somehow we balanced each other. Over 5 years, we built a life together. We moved into a small apartment, got a dog named Milo, and built a routine that felt like home. I trusted him with everything until the day he proposed to someone else. We didn't speak much on the drive down the mountain. I sat in the passenger seat, staring out the window. My eyes were dry, but my chest burned. He kept glancing over, trying to explain, trying to backtrack. "Natalie, please, it was a slip, just a dumb mistake. I swear I don't even know why I said it." But I knew. I just didn't know the story behind it yet. When we got home, I went straight to the bedroom and locked the door. He knocked gently. "I didn't mean it," he said. "Can we talk?" But I didn't answer. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the ring still in my pocket. What kind of man proposes to a woman and says another's name? Who is Jessica? The next morning, I waited for him to go to work. Then I opened his laptop. I wasn't proud of it, but some betrayals force you to cross lines you never thought you would. And there she was, emails, messages, photos, some recent, some from years ago. A girl named Jessica. Beautiful, confident, the kind of woman who belonged on magazine covers, not in messy heartbreaks. They dated before me, apparently for years. He told me they broke up because she moved out of the country, but what he didn't tell me, that she had moved back, and they'd been talking again. The messages weren't sexual, not even flirty, but they were emotional. He'd been checking in on her, asking about her family, her job, her feelings. There was one line I couldn't unsee. Sometimes I wonder if we ended too soon. When Mark came home, I was already packed. He walked in and froze. "Where are you going?" I looked at him, really looked, and I saw fear in his eyes. "I asked you a question," I said. "Where do I fit in your life? As your fiancé? Or as the backup plan when Jessica's unavailable?" He shook his head. "No." "Natalie, you don't get it." "No," I said. "I do." He begged me to stay, swore up and down that he hadn't seen her, that it was just old emotions, nostalgia, curiosity, that I was the one he wanted, that it had always been me. But you don't say another woman's name in the most sacred moment of your relationship, unless she's still living inside your heart. I stayed at my friend Lisa's place for 2 weeks. I didn't block him, but I didn't respond either. He sent flowers, letters, voice notes. Each one said the same thing. "I made a mistake, I'm sorry. I love you." But I didn't need an apology. I needed clarity. So I made a decision. I would meet Jessica. It wasn't hard to find her. She lived a few neighborhoods over. I messaged her under my real name. When we met, she already knew who I was. She didn't seem surprised. "I figured you'd find out," she said calmly. She wasn't rude. She wasn't cruel. In fact, she looked sad. I asked her the question I had carried for weeks. "Are you in love with him?" She shook her head. "Not anymore, but I think part of him still is." And there it was, the truth. Jessica told me they reconnected out of curiosity, that she didn't mean to cause harm, that they never did anything physical, but the emotional string between them had never been truly cut. "He loves you," she said, "but I think he still mourns what we had. That's not your fault, or mine." And for the first time in weeks, I didn't feel anger. I felt pity, for her, for me, for Mark. Because sometimes people aren't bad, they're just lost. I went home the next day. He was there, waiting. "I met her," I said. "I wanted to hear it from her mouth, and now I have." He didn't say anything. So I continued, I believe you didn't cheat, but I also believe you weren't completely mine. He nodded. I'm sorry, he whispered. I never wanted to hurt you. I smiled sadly. And yet you did. I gave the ring back, not because I stopped loving him, but because I finally started loving myself more. It's been a year. He's tried reaching out. He even showed up at my birthday with a gift, but I didn't open the door. I'm seeing someone new now. His name is Evan. He calls me Natalie every time, without hesitation, and that's all I ever needed.